going to start with the primitive operations on linked list. Just now I told you how to create the structure, how to create the null pointer, then how to create or allocate memory for the nodes. Now we will see primitive operations on linked list. So primitive operations on linked list are, you have 4 different operations. One operation is called as create, and the second operation is insertion, third one is a deletion, fourth one is display. Now try to understand the difference between create and insert. In case of create, your linked list will be initially empty. You will create the first node in the linked list. That is called as create. Special case, create the first node. Whereas insert is nothing but already a linked list is existing. It may contain either 1 node or 2 node or 100 nodes, but minimum 1 node will be there. To that list, you are going to add 1 more new node. That is called as insert. Okay, so this is the difference between create and insert. And in insert, you can insert in 3 different places in a single linked list. The first place is at the beginning of the linked list, and second one in the middle of the linked list. When you insert in the middle of the linked list, you have to tell where you want to insert. So you will say after some given node. Okay, and last one is at the end of the linked list. Similarly, in delete also, whatever you have inserted, you can delete. So you can delete at the beginning of the linked list, in the middle of the linked list, and at the end of the linked list. All 3 are possible in delete also. And finally, display. In case of display, in the previous slide, I told you, you start from the head pointer. That is the first pointer. From there, you go one by one, display all the nodes. When I use display for the previous slide, I'll get 1, 2 and 3 to be displayed on the monitor. It will display only the value. It will not display any address. Okay, good. So here, first I'm going to create the structure. In the structure, SLL is the name of the structure because it is a single linked list. It contains 2 fields. First field is the data, which is an integer. Second field is a next pointer. This is a pointer to the same structure. So here you write struct SLL. Okay, I have created a tagged structure. And to reduce the burden of writing the struct keyword many times in my program, I am going to use typedef, and I am going to give a short name for this particular structure. If you don't give a short name, everywhere you have to use struct SLL in all the places. Now I want to give a short name to this particular structure. For that, I am using the keyword typedef. So use typedef struct SLL. Wherever this struct SLL comes, instead of struct SLL, you are now going to use a short name. What is the short name you are going to use? I am going to use node. So I am writing that. Okay. Here, by means of typedef, I am giving alias. That is another name. Now, here what I am doing in line number 9 is I am creating totally 4 pointer variables. All the 4 pointer variables are pointed to the structure of type single linked list. Okay, and head pointer is stored with null. Okay, remaining pointers will contain some garbage value, but I'm storing head pointer as null. Don't worry about this. Generally, we will start with head pointer as null only, because when you start your program, your linked list will be empty. So we are storing head as null, right? So this is a basic thing. In here in line number 2, I have included stdlib.h. The reason is I'm going to create nodes by means of malloc function. Finally, I will release all the memory by means of free. Both need this library function. So I'm writing, including the header file here. Now let us see what is create and how to write program for create. So what is the meaning of create? Create is nothing but this function is used to create the first node in the linked list. You started with the empty linked list. Now you create the first node. And remaining nodes will be created by means of insert function only, not by create function. Now let us see how this works. When you start, your linked list is empty. So in my program, I have declared head is equal to null. Okay, so that means your linked list is empty because here we have null. Next, you are going to create a new node and add that node in your linked list. So first create the new node. What is the meaning of creating the new node? First, allocate the memory for storing the new node. Okay, for allocating the memory, that is for creating this blue color box, I am going to use the function malloc. Okay, when I use the function malloc, it will allocate some memory, it will return the starting address. I am assuming that that starting address is 2000. Okay, so starting from 2000 up to 2011, I will have my structure. And In malloc, I will store the return address in some pointer variable. That pointer variable is new here. I am giving the name as new, that's all. Now let us see the code for this. Before that, after you allocate the memory, then you have to store 1 in the data field and null in the next field. Why I am storing null in the next field is, this is the first node I am creating. It is not going to point to any other node. So in link field, I am going to store null. Okay, now let us see steps for this. First, when you write this program, first you have to check whether the linked list is already existing or not. If you call the create function after creating 5 nodes, there is no meaning. That is called as insert. So first check whether head is equal to null. If head is equal to null, then only it means that the linked list is empty. So you can create the first node. Okay. Else, if head is not null, what is the meaning is the linked list is already existing. So don't execute create, because create is only for creating the first node. So print some error message to the user that the linked list is already existing. If this condition is true, that is, if head is equal to null, your linked list is empty, you create your linked list. So in creating, remember the steps. First step is allocate the memory. So I am allocating the memory by means of malloc. Now try to focus here. In malloc, inside size of, I am giving only node. In the previous example, I told you struct node, but now I am giving only node. What is the reason is, I have used typedef to create a short name for that particular structure. So wherever I need a struct node, instead of that, I'll be writing node now. Okay. Then this will return you void date. Yeah. In create, first I have to allocate the memory by means of malloc. Finally, I will get a void pointer. I'll typecast that into pointer to this particular structure. So wherever I need to refer the structure, now I will use only node. Now, this function is going to return you address. That address you are storing in new. That only I told in the previous slide. Okay, so you see here, this new contains the starting address of the memory created. Okay, so that you store it in new. Then you have created the memory. Next step is read the data from the user and store it in the data field. For that, you ask the user to enter the data. When he enter the data, you have to read the data only by this pointer now. The pointer name is new. Since you access the members of a structure by using a pointer, write new arrow operator, the member name. The member name is data now. And this is what type of data? It is integer. In scanf statement for integer, float, double, you will use ampersand. So here also you have to use ampersand. Don't confuse with pointers, okay? Even though it is a pointer to a structure, whatever rule you follow for scanf, the same thing you are going to follow here. Okay, so you use ampersand, new arrow operator, and then data. Here we have stored the data in the data field. Like you see this slide, I have stored this one here. The next step is in the link field, I have to store null. So what I am doing here is in new underscore next, I am writing null, right? After that, try to focus here now. So now what I have done in line number 18 and 19, I will show. In line number 18 and 19, I have created this. I have stored 1 and I have stored null. But now this red line is missing. What is this red line? It is a pointer. Your pointer, head pointer should point to this particular memory. That line is missing now. You have to create this pointer. What is the meaning of creating this pointer? You see the new, it is 2000. This, you have to store it in head. Okay, for that, I am going to write head is equal to new. When I write this, what is going to happen is whatever memory is allocated, the starting address of that memory, which is available in new, will be stored in the head pointer, which is the pointer to your linked list. So next thing is we are going to see insertion. One function is over, that is create function is over. Now we are going to see insertion. I will teach you only one in insertion. So insert at the beginning. So first I will explain you with the help of a diagram, then we will see the steps one by one. So what is the meaning of insert at beginning is, create means adding the first node. Now some linked list is already existing. To that I am going to add one more new node. Okay, that is called as insert. And where you are going to insert, based upon that we have three cases. Now we are going to see insert at the beginning. Now this linked list contains three nodes with data 1, 2 and 3. And 3 is the last node, so I have null in the pointer field. Now, I'm going to create this green color node. Wherever I draw green color, you understand that is a new node. Either you want to insert to the list or the node you want to delete from the list. Okay. Blue is the linked list is existing. Okay. Now I want to insert this node, right? So in insert, what you will be doing is, first you will allocate memory for the new node. It is again new node only. You allocate memory for that node. Second step, you get the value for the data field, that is 1 here. In third step, you add this node in the proper place. So 3 steps you have to do. So first step we will see now. First, allocate memory for this node. For that, I am writing malloc size of node. I will get a void pointer, typecast to node pointer and store it in new. New is nothing but again one more pointer variable, right? Then if you do this, only this green box will be created. This one will not be inside the green box. I want to add 1 in the data field. So I'm asking the user to enter the data. Whatever the user is entering, I'm storing in the data field of new. Since I'm accessing the structure member with the help of a pointer, I am writing new arrow operators data. And it is an integer variable. For integer variable in scanf, you have to write ampersand. So I am writing ampersand. When I do up to this green part will be created. Now you see, this is having the link field as nothing. Maybe it will contain some garbage value, but I'm not showing anything. Now, my aim is I have to add this green node here in the beginning of the linked list. Okay, so now we will see what is the meaning of adding in the beginning of the linked list. First, you have to create from this node one pointer to the first node in the linked list. What is the reason is, previously this one was the first node, but now this one will become the second node. This green color one will become the first node. Okay, so this green one should contain a pointer to this blue one. Okay, for that you are going to create this link. What is the meaning of creating this link? Take this address 1000 and put it in the link field of this. Okay, so now where this 1000 is available, if you see, this 1000 is available in the pointer variable head. Okay, so you take this 1000 from this head and put it here. Okay, for that only I am writing this statement. New arrow next is equal to head. New is this pointer, arrow is to access this member of the structure, next is this field. Okay, there you are going to store this value. So that is in head. So I am writing like this. When you do this, this red arrow will be created. Okay, now what is the next step after this? You see here, still this head pointer is pointing to this node only. But this is not your first node now. This is your first node. The green one is your first node. So you have to make this red pointer in the head to point to this green one. For that, we are going to write the next step. So this I am going to do now. Okay, how to do this one? Here, this address is 500. Starting address is 500. This you have to store it in head. If you do that, automatically this pointer will be created. So for this, I am writing the statement head is equal to new. When you do this, you have created this pointer. This pointer is already created. Now, if you start from head, first it is 500. So go to the memory 500. There you access 1. Then you take 1000. Go to the memory 1000. There one more 1 is there. Access it. Take this 1500. Go to the memory 1500. You have to access it. Take this 1600. Go to that memory. Access 3. Then here you have null. So don't go anywhere. Stop there. Okay, so we have now started with the head pointer. We traveled all the nodes, including the new node, and we have inserted the new node in the beginning. Now we will see the function for this. Whatever step I have explained before, all the steps I have written one by one, nothing new here. So this function is insert_beg. Always give meaningful name to your functions. Don't give fun1, fun2 like that. Here, since I am inserting, I am giving the keyword as insert. It's not a keyword, just I'm using the name as insert. Then underscore, in insert we have 3 different ways. So you tell which way you want to insert. It is insert at the beginning. Okay. Now, no argument for this particular function, and this function is not going to return anything to you. So the return type is void. Line number 30, I am creating a new node. In line number 31 and 32, from the user, I am getting the data and storing in the data field of the new node. Then in line number 34, I told you there are 2 pointers you have to add. Okay. In line number 33, I am creating the pointer from the new node to the previous first node. Okay. In line number 34, I am creating pointer from the head node to the current new node, so that will become the first node of the new data structure you have created. Is this right? Now we will move on to the next function, insert at the end. Okay, so in case of insert at the end, let me explain you the diagram, then we will see here. Consider this, the node linked list is having 3 nodes. Okay, now I'm going to insert this new node at the end. At the end means after this 3, I'm going to insert this new node. So in this case, what I have to do? So first, like the previous insert at beginning, you create the node. Okay, you create this green color node. By means of malloc, you allocate the memory. After that, you store the value 1 in the data field. Okay, read it from the user. Then in the link field, try to understand this. In the next field, I am storing null. In the previous case, we did not do that because that is at the beginning. It will point to the next node in the linked list. But now I am going to insert the new node at the end of the linked list. At the end means after this node, no node will be there. So the next field should contain null. Okay. So while creating itself, I am storing null in the next field. So now look at the steps. First, I'm going to allocate the memory by means of malloc. Okay. Right. Then I am getting the value of the data field from the user by means of scanf %t ampersand new underscore new arrow operated data. Then in this link field, I am storing null. For that, I am going to access with the help of new only again. So I am writing new arrow next is equal to null. If you do this, if these statements are executed, you will get green node like this. But it is not connected anywhere. It is simply created. It is like a standalone node. Now you have to put this node at the end of the linked list. But you don't know how many nodes are at the linked list. So what you have to do is you have to start from the head node, visit all the nodes one by one, check whether that node is a last node or not. How to check whether the node is last node or not? If you see the next field, all the nodes other than the last node will have some value in the next field. Only the last node will have null here. Okay, so you have to start from the head, visit all the nodes one by one, check whether the next field is null. If the next field is null, there you are going to insert this particular new node because null is the last node. So instead of that as the last node, you are going to make this node as a last node. That is a step. Now I am going to travel through the linked list. Whenever you want to travel through the linked list, you will be changing your address every time. So what you are going to do is, whatever is available in your head, store it in some temporary variable because we are going to update the address. So what is this temporary variable? Again, it should be a pointer to the structure. Okay, so create a pointer to the structure that we will see in the program. Don't worry now. Create a pointer to the structure. Let it be temp. In that temp, you copy whatever is the value of this head. You copy that and store it here also. Okay, so now temp is going to contain the starting address of the linked list. Since I'm copying from the head, it is going to contain the starting address of the linked list. So I am writing temp is equal to head. Okay, after that, what you have to do is, you have to now check whether the next field is null or not. Now currently, what is my temp? It is containing this address of this node. Okay, so with the help of this address, I want to access this one. Okay, this is temp now. Temp is now containing this address. With the help of temp, I want to access this one. How it is possible? Temp arrow next. If I want to access one, I have to give temp arrow data. because temp is a pointer to this particular node, the first node. Okay. Why I say it is a pointer to the first node? Because whatever is the starting address of the first node, that is available in the temp now. The meaning is temp is a pointer to that particular node. With the help of the pointer, I want to access this field. What is this field? It is the next field of the structure. Okay. So if you write temp _ arrow next, it is going to give you this value. Okay. Now you are going to check whether this is equal to null. If that is equal to null, you have reached the last node. Okay. If not, if it is not is equal to null, it is not the last node. It may be either first node or middle node somewhere, but not the last node. So you check whether temp _ arrow next is not is equal to null. If so, you have to make the next node as temp. Like first you have made this node as a temp. Okay, temp is pointing to this node. Now this node is not having null in the next field. So you make the next one, make temp as a pointer to the next node. Okay, how to make temp as a pointer to this node? Can anyone tell me after seeing the diagram alone? Don't tell me the code. I want temp to point to the node 2 with number 2. Can anyone tell me what I have to change? 1500 should be stored here. Okay, if I store 1500 in temp, temp will be pointing to this node. Now where is this 1500 available? If you see here, that is here. Okay, so what is this now? It is temp _ next. Okay, so you have to now take temp _ next and store it in temp. If you do that, what is going to happen is temp will contain the previous, you take the previous temp, take the next field of that, that is I'm taking this 1500, I'm storing that in temp. So now temp will contain 1500. The meaning is temp is currently pointing to this particular node. Now check whether it contains next as null. Okay, so now this is also not containing next as null. Next field is 1600. So what is the next step? Now I have changed temp as 1500. Then I am checking what is the next of temp. It is 1600. Okay, here I have 1600. So what is my next step? Next, I have to make this 1600 as the temp. That is, temp should point to this particular node. So for that, again, I will be doing the same step only. I will take the next of temp by means of this statement. I will store it in the temp. Okay, now temp will contain 1600. Now check whether the next field of 1600 is null. Yes, the next field of 1600 is null. That means you have reached the last node in the linked list. Now come outside the loop. Okay, next, what you have to do? See this diagram, your new node is here, okay, green color node. That new node, you have to connect to the end of this node, okay? So that connection we are going to do. You see, this I'm going to do, okay? How to do this one? Now, previously, this was containing null. Now, instead of this null, you have to store the starting address of this green color node. The starting address of the green color node is available in new, okay? By means of malloc, we have allocated. So that new, you have to store it in the next field of temp. So I am writing temp _ next, arrow next is equal to new. Is this first step is you have to create the memory for the new node. After that, from the user, get the data field of the new node. Then, since we are going to insert this node at the end, make the next field of the new node as null. Then you have to find what is the current last node. That you have to do only with the help of continuous traversal. Okay, so to make the traversal, you have to check the nodes one by one. When you get the link field of a particular node as null, you have to stop the looping. Okay, for that I am assigning temp is equal to head. Then every time I am checking whether the next field of the temp is not is equal to null. If it is not is equal to null, I have to make the next field of the temp as a current temp. Then when it is null, I will come outside the loop. Now I have to make one pointer assignment. That is nothing but the previous last node should be now pointing to the current new node. For that, I am assigning temp _ arrow next is equal to new. Right? Now with this, we finish the second insert. Now let us go to the third insert. Third insert is insert in the middle of the linked list. So what is the meaning of insert in the middle? They will not say in which index you want to insert, because here there is nothing called as index. In array, they will say insert in the index 5 or insert at the index 7. But here there is no index. So insert in the middle means insert after some value. If your nodes are having value as 10, 20, 30, I will say that insert after 10 or insert after 20 or insert after 30. I will tell the value of the node. That is called as insert in the middle. Now let us see how to perform this one. First, understand the diagram. So this is the linked list already existing. I want to add this green color node 4. Now I will tell you where I want to add. So I want to add this 4 after 2. Okay. After this 2, I want to add 4. Now let us see the steps. So what I'm telling in the insert middle, I will tell after what value you want to insert the new node. Right. So now first I have to create the new node. Before creating the node, I am getting after which key value I want to insert the new node. So from the user, I am getting the key value. Here user will type, if you want to insert after this 2, user will type key as 2. Okay. Then you create the memory for the new node by means of malloc. After that, get the value of the new node from the user. That is this 4 I am getting. After these statements are executed, this green color node will be created. Now you see, I am not storing the link field of the new node as null. The reason is I am not going to insert this at the end of the linked list. I'll be inserting this after a node, but I don't know whether this will be the last node or not. Suppose if I say insert this new node after 3, this new node will be the last node. But if I say insert the new node after 1, this new node will not be the last node. So you don't know whether this new node will be the last node or not. So I'm not storing anything in the pointer value. That is in the next field, I'm not storing any value. Now, let us see the remaining steps. So again, you have to travel the linked list because you don't know where is the key value, where this 2 is present. You don't know that. You have to travel through the entire linked list. Whenever you want to travel through the linked list, create a temporary variable and store the head value in that. So I am creating a temporary variable. I am assigning head to that. If I do this, whatever is available in head, the same address will be copied in temp also. The meaning is currently temp is also pointing to the first node. This red line you can draw here. Temp is also pointing to the first node. Now 2 nodes are currently pointing to the first node. Next. Right. Now what I have to do, I have to start from this node. I have to check whether the data field in this node is equal to the key or not. Key is the thing I had got from the user in the previous slide. So I have to check whether the data field, try to focus here, data field, not the next field. Data field is 1. I have to check whether it is containing the key value. If it is not containing the key value, I have to continue my search. If it is containing the key value, I can stop my search. Okay, searching is going to be done linearly. One by one, you have to search all the elements in your linked list. So I need a loop. So I'm writing a while loop. In the while loop, I am checking whether temp arrow data is not is equal to key. If temp arrow data is not is equal to key, you have to continue your search. How to continue the search? You have to change the next node as a temp now. Okay. So for that, I am assigning the previous temp underscore next as next. Okay. So this step is same every time when you want to continue the search. There are 2 steps only. Try to understand the steps. First step is you have to do this one. Whatever is head, you assign it to temp. Second step is you want to check for something. Okay. When you check, you will get some condition. That condition you write in while loop. It will tell you when you want to stop the checking. Okay. So here I want to stop the checking when I got the node. That is when temp underscore hyphen, sorry, I am not getting this. I'm always confusing. Temp arrow data is not is equal to key means you have to continue. Okay. This is the condition. Right. After this condition, if this condition is true, that means you didn't get that last thing. You have to continue again. So in continuing only one step, whatever is previous temp underscore next, store it in temp. That's all. Okay. Now you will continue this while loop until you get the node which is having the data as 2. Now focus on the diagram. Here I am starting with temp is equal to 1000. My key is 2. Okay, first I am checking whether temp underscore data is equal to 2. Currently, temp underscore temp arrow data is 1. Okay, because temp is now 1000. Temp arrow data means this one. Okay, this is not is equal to key. Now what I will do, see my, I am giving animation. Now I have changed here 1500. Why I have changed here 1500 is, now this node is not having data as 2, so I have to go to the next node. Okay, so how to go to the next node? From temp, you get the next field, that is this 1500. That is the address of the next node. So you make temp is equal to temp arrow next. Now here 1500 will be available because this you are copying and storing in temp. Now check whether this new node contains your key. Okay, so now you are searching for 2. Yes, this is containing your key, right? Now what you are going to do is, your temp underscore data is equal to 2. What you have to do is, you have to make this new node to be inserted after this particular node. Okay, so now try to understand this step. I am coming outside the loop because I want to insert after 2. Now it is true. So I am coming outside the loop. Then what I have to do is, I have to make this new node to point to this 3 because I'm going to insert this new node after this 2. Okay. If I insert this new node after 2, this 4 will be pointing to this node 3. Previously 2 was pointing to 3. Now this 4 will be pointing to 3. So you have to create this link first. What is the meaning of creating this link? This 1600 is the starting address of 3. That you have to store it in the next field of your new node. Okay, so I am writing, currently this is my temp. Okay, temp is containing this 1600. So I am getting the address of 1600. Sorry, temp is not 1600 students, it is 1500. There is a mistake here. This is my node. Okay, so here I am stopping. Try to focus here. I am checking whether temp underscore data is not is equal to key. If you see temp is 1500, in 1500 the data is 2, that is equal to key. So you will come outside the loop. At this stage, what is your temp? It is containing only 1500. Let me change the slide, otherwise you will be confused. So now temp is containing only 1500, right? So now my temp is containing 1500. Then what I have to do? I have to create this link. How to create this link? This 1600, that is starting address of this, I have to store here. But where is this 1600 available? If you see, 1600 is available here. Okay, so what is this? This is temp is now 1500. This 1600 is available in the next field of temp. Okay, so the next field of temp arrow next should be stored in new arrow next, because this is the new node. In that, in the next field, I want to store this 1600. This is available in temp arrow next. So take it and store it here. If you do this, this link will be created. Is this clear? Arrow should be deleted. This red arrow should be deleted. It should now point to this green color node, not this blue color node. That change I have to do now. For that, let us focus on the step. So here, again, if you see, this temp is now, again the mistake continues, temp is 1500 only. Now temp is 1500. Okay, temp underscore next is nothing but this field. Here you have to store the address of the new node. Address of the new node is available at new. So in temp underscore temp arrow next, store this new. If you do this, this arrow will be created. Now what you have done, you have added this node in the middle, right? So with this, all the 3 inserts are over. So in insert at the middle, you have to get the key value from the user, store it in a variable called key. After that, you allocate the memory for the new node. Then from the user, get the value you want to store it in the new node, then store it by means of the scanf statement as given in line number 55. After that, you have to search where you are going to insert the new node because it is not in the beginning. So you have to search the proper place. Whenever you want to search, store the head value at temp, and by means of some looping, you are going to continue your search. Inside the loop, you have to tell when you want to terminate the loop. You are going to start with the temp. If the temp is containing data as a key you are searching for, then you stop the loop and come outside. If the data at temp is not is equal to key, you have to continue your search. To continue your search, you have to update your pointer in the temp. For that, I am writing temp is equal to temp hyphen temp arrow next. Okay, when you got your key, you have to come outside the loop. When you come outside the loop, you have to create two changes in the pointers. The first change in the pointer is whatever is previously pointed by temp, that should be currently pointed by the new node. So this is done. After that, the new node should be